But the implications are very clear for anyone who's worked with a person in power and has substantial responsibilities. When they hope for something, that means they want it to happen. Their hope is your command. And I think it was very clear that that was the inference, and that's why all the notes were taken by Comey. Well, these leaks you have to put a pattern together here. First, it seems, I think more than seems, that Comey didn't believe the people above him, that is the Attorney General and the acting Attorney General or Deputy Attorney General, were playing fair. That they, in fact, might well not act on information that was vital to the security of the United States. And so this piece of paper coming from NASA basically says the same thing, that the person who revealed this didn't trust her higher-ups to reveal it to the right sources, and if they did, those sources might not act on it. This sounds like some kind of a spy novel where you can't trust the people on the top because they're liars. And that's exactly what Comey was saying. Well, I think that's a speech for the Cleveland Cavaliers, the basketball team that's down 3-0 against the Golden State Warriors. Well, if you're the coach, you say, well, we're going to come out clear and we're going to win, even though you're down a lot of points. And he's down a lot of points. Let's look at it. His Attorney General is essentially out of the game. He's accused of meeting with the Russians, and now he's accused of doing something that was really very poor judgment, leaving the room while Comey was there with the President of the United States. He is the chief law enforcement officer of the country. He should not leave the room. And thirdly, it is pretty clear that people in his own organization don't trust him, and the Deputy Attorney General is acting on his own. He's the one that hired Mueller. That's the first thing. The second thing is the president's staunchest, most important person in his administration is now under siege. When the president's son-in-law is under investigation, that means he can't give the president advice. And so we see the president's son stepping into that area, a business person, not a politician. And thirdly, there is no agenda. The president's agenda is gone. No one is tending to it in the White House or out of the White House. And there are a number of people bailing out. He not only can't fill jobs, there are people. Well, the problem here is the diminishing role of government as an honest broker. I think the Senate investigators have to be very careful, because if it sounds like members of the Congress can't be trusted, members of the administration can't be trusted, and the justice system can't be trusted, how can the nation state be trusted? So Ryan has to be very careful about coming to the defense of the president. This game is not over by a long shot. Mueller is a very tough, very smart investigator. And when he starts sweeping the floor, a lot of cobwebs start coming out. And what he has to do is make them run. He doesn't have to catch them. And when they start running, they're running away from the president and they're running away from his agenda. So, and the nation's at stake here too, I might add. So I think we have to be very careful about the long game here. The nation's really at stake. If people don't have confidence in the nation state, we're really in trouble. And he's lost friends overseas. And the Chinese are seizing on this. Every word, every minute. This was on Chinese television, saying that the President of the United States is a liar, and the Chinese are really pushing that line, saying, I think so. And let's hope they do it really clearly, really honestly. I think there'll be people in the FBI who are moved into these investigative roles, who have to be careful not to do "I'm out to get you," but to do a very careful and thorough investigation. So that takes some watching too. Think about it. The FBI is being run by a special prosecutor. The person who's been nominated to come into the job is a person who has ties with Russia. This is not a good sign. Where does this line get drawn? If I were Trump, I would remove this nominee right away, because here's another point where the Democrats, the American people, lose confidence in the government itself. These are bad times. I wish we weren't in them. Well, it's not over. We got a lot more to talk about. Thank you. Bye.